A cat discovered a lonely infant in the bush, but her actions were surprising. Not every hero wears a cape. Some heroes have hair and 4 legs. You must have heard the ancient adage that dogs are man's best friend. Have you noticed that you never hear the same thing about cats as you do dogs? A friend recently informed me that while dogs have owners, cats have employees. I don't know about you, but I find cats significantly more intriguing than dogs. Hello everyone, and welcome to another video. Today we'll be looking at a cat finding a lonely baby in the forest, but what she did was unexpected. Yeah, you heard it right. Samantha had always wanted to live in a big city, have children, and travel the world. However, sometimes life gives us something other than what we want, and that's what happened to this woman. Her life began well. She lived with her parents, who provided her with everything that she needed, but she would soon be left alone, except for a cat. And within months of being in a relationship with him, they established their world together. Despite the fact that her parents disapproved of this union, they believed that Gary exhibited suspicious behavior. He did not have a substantial source of money and lived with pals. The man also disclosed to his partner that he intended to establish a large enterprise in Australia and requested her to finance it, which she did. The woman was so oblivious to the flaws in her relationship that she moved out of her parents' home and begged them not to contact her again. Because they did not approve of her romantic relationship, Samantha married Gary months later, and he moved into her home. Samantha soon began to believe that Gary was concealing something, so she decided to investigate further. Unfortunately, it was too late. After a 3-week absence, the man returned to Samantha's surprise with a necklace, food, and wine. Samantha's last memories were of feeling dizzy and Gary guiding her to bed while saying, "Good night, my darling." Samantha immediately understood that she had been drugged the previous evening and that her captor had packed his possessions while she slept. Samantha relocated to a tiny village in Siberia and purchased a modest home near a forest. She did not anticipate anything extraordinary from this action, but 1 or 2 beautiful outcomes emerged. Samantha took a long, hot bath and slept soundly the first night she spent in her new house, during which she was visited by a cat. She was a beautiful cat, but her eyes were the saddest that she'd ever seen. Samantha took her up and observed that her paws were bruised. She couldn't help but wonder what had happened. She believed that she had endured a great deal during the past 2 weeks. At the time, the kitten licked Samantha's fingers and gazed intently into her eyes, as if to say, "We've been through a lot together, but now we can be companions." Samantha was so inspired by this that she decided to name the kitten Hope. Samantha said, "I wish no one comes looking for you. Let's be the best of friends." And then she cleaned the kitty. She treated her so well that she put ointment on her bruises and fed her a lot of food. As soon as this was complete, she activated herself and began to run from side to side. Samantha and her spent the afternoon conversing and playing, unaware that their family was not yet complete. She left in the afternoon and returned before 6 o'clock. Samantha was always eager to greet her with hugs and kisses at the door. Hope went for a stroll one day, but she did not return at her normal hour. The woman was concerned, but she decided to wait a while. However, she had not returned by 6:30. The woman then went in search of her animal companion. She repeatedly yelled her name, but received no response. She even inquired with her neighbors, but no one had seen the cat. She decided to go home at 8 p.m., hoping to find a cat waiting at the door, but she was disappointed. Samantha awoke at about 7 a.m. the following morning after feeling something brushing her legs. She couldn't believe it when she opened her eyes. Samantha said, "Oh my darling, where have you been all night?" as she bent down to pet the cat. But Hope became hysterical. Samantha could not comprehend why the timid cat was now blowing her nose so vigorously, as she had never seen her act this way before. As if that weren't frightening enough, she began rushing throughout the house, then returned to her, licked her feet, and fled. The woman hurried after her and repeatedly called her name, but neither Hope nor the woman stopped. She had no idea where she was going, but she had faith in the judgment of her animal companion. The pursuit of her cat was joined by her own. They quickly arrived in the woods, where Hope finally stopped behind a box near a garbage dump. Samantha immediately sensed something was wrong when she began to sniffle continuously, so she hurriedly approached it. And as she peered inside, she nearly fell. Inside the box was a baby wrapped in a blanket. It was evident that someone had abandoned the child, and Samantha and her neighbors could not comprehend why. She swiftly grabbed it and observed that the blanket was coated in cat hair, at which point she realized that Hope had not returned the night before because she had stayed away to keep the youngster warm. As Samantha held the infant, Hope began to wet. This time, she did not sound sad and confused, but rather triumphant. Samantha reported the pursuit to the authorities, as she would with anyone. While she awaited the arrival of the police, she changed the baby's clothes and fed him. When the cops left with the youngster, Hope followed them because she had formed a bond with him over the few hours that they'd spent together and did not want to be separated from him. So that's all from today's video. If you enjoyed it, remember to leave a like, subscribe, and ring that bell icon so that you never miss our upcoming videos. And don't forget to share your thoughts in the comment section below. Stay tuned, and we'll catch you in the next video.